Should be working up here. Give it just a second. Hopefully things are working. You never know. There we go. Alright, we should be live now. What's going on, everybody? I think what we're going to be doing here is a little more harvest again today. See, I think we got a couple little fields of wheat left. Who knows, maybe we'll wait till the next morning. Oh, there's a nice superliner. Kind of like the one that's got a little more color choices with it, though. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna probably do. Actually, maybe we'll just wait right now. Let's see, we do have this guy empty. We should be able to get some stuff cut. Yeah, that's definitely where we left off there. I got some more baling to do afterwards as well. Yeah, let's see, we'll get some of that chopped down here. Ooh, didn't like that. That was a little rendering lag, had some issues there. Hopefully it works out okay. I guess we'll find out. We'll see if he gets skippy or not. Never really know with streaming. Hey, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you, Jugx Head. I'd say it's actually kind of middle of the work day for us, but got some rain, so yeah, it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a break. Actually, we kind of had the day off, well, the morning off anyway. Had a funeral to go to, so kind of sort of distant-ish relative, so had to go to that this morning, and when we got back to the farm it was raining, so it's like, well, I guess we're kind of done doing farm stuff for the day. Don't have any shop work either, so I worked on a little bit of stuff this afternoon, and I was like, let's do a little live streaming and get some of the virtual crops all cut down. Like, kind of a nice way to spend the day. And it's nice to see the rain. Oh, it's just, it's kind of pouring buckets. Oh yeah, let's see, are you... Oh yeah, thanks for that. Like I said, it wasn't super close relative, and she was very old, but yeah, part of the age process, so. Yes, you're from Texas, right, aren't you? I'm trying to remember where everyone's from, so. Okay, Southeast Texas. Alright, yeah, I set. Oh, I know you guys are cooking in Arizona and California and everywhere too. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Well, even we're supposed to get like 90 almost on Friday, I think it is, so, which is hot for us this time of the year. But yeah, some of you guys down there have had some terrible heat. It's actually, one of my neighbors was just down in Vegas this last week, and it was like 107. I was like, yep, I'm not ready for that, like, ever. That's way hotter than it ever gets. Oof. Yeah, 107 is way too hot, I'd say. That's nasty. Especially this early in the year, too. Yeah, make sure you guys drink a lot of water and stuff. So, dehydration is definitely a real thing, so. Yeah. Ugh. See, that's especially no fun if you're working outside and stuff, too. It's not too bad if you're just able to hop in your vehicle ahead to work and go home and make sure your air conditioning works. But yeah, I see all the folks that gotta go outside and try to do stuff and not roast to death is, not fun. But, ooh, yeah, that's actually, I saw that on the news this afternoon. Yeah, they were talking with the heat, hurricanes might be coming now too, so it's like, just one thing after another type of thing. I'm glad we don't have hurricanes up here. Kind of would be nice to have the rain, but I like things not being destroyed either, so. Let's see, we get turned around. Oh, popped up there. Can't see the chat. There we go. Yeah, it's well, that's even like California and Arizona already having wildfires and stuff. It's like we are not very far into the summer yet, and things are already getting kind of nasty. So and it's like, yeah, we're dry too. I say it's nice getting the rain we did today, though. Say that's everything was kind of bone dry again. So we'll see if it keeps up. It's kind of dying down a little bit, but it was a pretty nice shower we had. So it was good to see. Except lots of wind too. We had 70-mile-an-hour gusts. So oh yeah, so it's all going pretty good. Say the virtual farming's always a good time. I enjoy that, especially doing the live chats, hanging out with you guys. So that's always so much fun. I say I enjoy doing this so much, chatting, and hanging out, and hearing how things are going in different parts of the world. And yeah, the RL farming stuff's going pretty slow right now. So just kind of irrigating season, and that's what we've been doing so far this week and last week, and then just different little jobs around the farm, working on whatever needs fixed type of thing. Yesterday I was trying to get an old weed eater that I don't know the last time it even ran. It hasn't. Oh, there we go. Wasn't paying attention. Combine's full. But yeah, the little weed eater, my boss was just like, here, get this thing running. And I was like, I've literally never seen this before, and I've been living here for 5 years, so. Oh yeah, I don't know when my uncle's gonna end up retiring, but yeah, we're definitely gonna need some hired people then, so. Yeah, I say that'll be next thing. Yeah. I said, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you kind of retire somewhat soon, but I don't mind my job right now. It's pretty nice, so especially right now, get to play some Farming Simulator during work hours. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I don't know how bad it's been for hired guys this year. I know a lot of guys got like South Africans. I think you were here the one day we were chatting about that, but yeah, it's always interesting getting hired guys. I'm kind of almost hoping just doing like my RL videos I put on YouTube, kind of people sort of figure things out from that little teaching experience kind of thing almost. It's like, cause yeah, some of them are pretty in depth. Oh, is it getting a little droppy in spots there? So it's only 8.2% dropped frames on the whole thing, so I say some days it definitely did a little better than others. That's kind of the pain of trying to set up streams too, is it's always like different every single time I go to set up a stream, so I gotta do a couple speed tests, see what the internet upload speed is doing, and it's like yeah, always changing. Makes it interesting. Keeps me busy figuring things out. Oh, that's no problem. I say you can always just watch whatever you feel like watching. So like I tell people, don't feel like you have to watch every single video. I know people are busy, so yeah, I say it's fun. I enjoy doing the RL farming videos, just kind of showing all our stuff off, and I say people enjoy all the drone footage of some of our equipment, so trying to do more of that when it's not blowing 40-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, I don't know, I kind of started doing the YouTube stuff and went all in, and I don't know, I feel like I'm doing content creation stuff all the time now, so I say it's a fun hobby. It's kind of addicting too, actually. You're just like, I want to get another video out and do something else, and and it all kind of works together with Farming Simulator and the RL farming stuff, so I say it, yeah, it's been tons of fun. I say meeting all of you guys. That's why wasn't, well, I was hoping the streams would work, because it's like, oh, I really enjoy chatting, hanging out with folks when I can, so. Okay, there we go. Try to keep a little bit better eye on the grain tank in game here. Okay, so on the RL spraying stuff, it's all GPS ran for that. So it's, I think our sprayer's 120 feet wide, but then we have it to like 119 feet on the GPS. So that way you have just a little tiny bit of overlap in case it's not 100% accurate. And yeah, you just hit the little button and it just takes over the steering right there for you. So yeah, you just pretty much got to keep your speed all correct and make sure your booms aren't slapping the ground. But yeah, other than that, it's all pretty nice with the GPS. So that's kind of one thing. I'm always used to GPS and all of our equipment in real life, and then when I go play Farming Simulator, there is no GPS for consoles, so it's like, I gotta hand steer everything? Like, what is this? I guess I could play on PC, but I kind of like doing all the videos for the console mods and stuff too, so kind of felt like there needed to be. Oh yeah, I say it's they're pretty sturdy booms on that sprayer actually, but yeah, you definitely don't want to smack them against too many things. Actually, I think we were talking about it on the last stream I did, and yeah, you can get a mod for PC, but there isn't a GPS mod for console stuff. But yeah, we were talking on the last stream about how some of the sprayers have breakaway booms on the end, so it actually has like the last 5 feet can kind of bend back and it's all spring loaded type stuff. Some guys just bounce those ends off of everything, like fences and power poles, and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of a safety mechanism, not quite a, like, actually smack it off everything. Yeah, it's part of the fun though. Oh yeah, let's see, I'm probably gonna unload the combine down on this end here. I think that should work out. Because I don't want to accidentally run over some of our crop again. There we go. Just, yeah, pull the trailer right under him right there. Yeah, it's kind of the one mod I'm really jealous that the PC guys have is the GPS mod. Yeah, that's that's like our boss, my uncle actually smacked our end boom off of a neighbor's swather mirror one day. It like just bent it all up and stuff. I was just like, you're not supposed to just tap it off of everything. It's supposed to be there just kind of in case, not your edge marker. It's like, yeah, some people are a little hard on things sometimes. Let's see, we'll probably have enough to go dump this thing afterwards. Actually, and then I'll probably wait, because then it's going to get dark. It's kind of hard streaming when it's dark in game. Tough for everyone to see everything. Yeah. Just bounce the end of the boom off of absolutely everything. Yeah. I feel like I'm just easier on everything because I'm the guy that's got to fix all this stuff around here, so I like to take it nice and slow and nice and easy and keep an eye on everything. And he's like, I just want to get as much done as possible. And it's like, oh, okay, I'll fix it later, I guess. Yeah, I guess it keeps me employed, so I can't complain too much. Oh, why is my dog over here? That puppet, yeah, he's a little puppy, just all over the place, everywhere. Alright, let's see, are we, okay, yep, we're on the back. So We'll check our production chain while we're over here too. We got lots of oats going already. We got a ton of oats actually. Can have a lot of wheat too. Oh yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, it should be pretty good. We're gonna have a whole lot of wheat and a whole lot of bales too, probably. Like I say, paint's kind of wearing out on my trailer a little bit there too. You can see it, all little tiny chrome spots. It's kind of one thing I do not enjoy in the game is how fast the paint wears on everything. It's like paint doesn't wear that quickly, RL, and it's so expensive to repaint stuff too. Alright, we'll just park him there. Don't have a ton of wheat left. Thing is getting dirty. Actually, here, we're gonna hop back up to the house and we'll wait it out. See, we'll check. Yep, nothing on the sales tab there. Get a little sleep so it's a little brighter out. Alright. Okay, just the Mac still on sale. Hop back to the combine and we'll get some more of that wheat cut. Probably could have put the auger back in instead of leaving it out all night. That's okay, not gonna hurt anything. Gosh, I'm really loving this combine though. That Kloss is pretty cool. Like, yeah, I think I was talking about that in the last stream. There's not too many Klosses around here where I am in Montana. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'll probably just be a little tiny bit there. Yeah, no, hold on. Ooh, actually, yeah, I thought I was going to do a little first person there. See how that does. I haven't really checked out the interior on this combine yet. It's pretty nice though. Nicer than the old Kloss I had. Yeah, that thing was kind of a little bit, well, just old. Yeah, it'd be pretty cool if like all the little things worked inside of these. Yeah, it's like ours. I feel like our combine's constantly just beeping at you, little different sensors and stuff. A lot of noise inside of those combines. So the wheat going in, not the highest quality wheat going in there. Turn around here again. There we go. Get that last one. Oh, okay, yeah. I was just kind of chatting with myself. It was okay. Gotta get used to that some days, so. Actually, we're just checking out the interior on the old Kloss. Let me know if it's just absolutely destroying the stream. Interior stuff always seems a bit harder. Wheat, not weed. Even though it is legal in Montana here, so we can smoke that recreationally. Yeah, it's actually, we were chatting about that on Discord one day. They could add like marijuana, like hemp crops to the game, but I don't think they would just because it is rated like E for everyone. That's actually, our neighbors grew some hemp this last year, and it was kind of a mess, but yeah, it was gonna be kind of a new crop, and yeah, I say it is not a very nice crop to grow actually. Hemp is terrible to grow. Yeah, they had like, what was it, 700 acres of hemp, I think, and oh, it was just a mess. The whole thing about it, it's super late planting crop, and then it's super late harvesting too, so you're pretty much out there harvesting it in like the snow and stuff, and it's just viney, and yeah, it doesn't go through the combine very well or anything, and yeah, they had a mess with it. Yeah, yeah, they did not have fun. They said they're never growing it again. We're like, well, at least you guys tried it, so then the rest of us don't have to do it, so. Yeah, it was supposed to be one of those big money crop type things. They were going to make just tons of money off of it, and then I think they actually lost money on it probably, but yeah, they're always trying to figure out different things for us, so say lots of different crops to try always. Makes it interesting. Okay. I think we're done with the wheat, and we can get a little baling done here probably. Thankfully, something I don't have to do much in real life. Don't know much about balers. So I can tell you all about combines. Okay, pretty cool. See, I've never heard of that. I didn't say yeah, no problem. I'll just keep chatting about different things, so. Yeah, yeah, we're always kind of trying to figure out new crops to grow up here, and say, like the wheats have always been a staple. Wheats, not weeds. And so it's like always spring wheat, winter wheat. There's actually some guys that do just wheat, and then yeah, it's like chickpeas kind of started taking off a couple of years ago, and then green peas and yellow peas and canola. It's like, yeah, there's always something trying to do to make some money, and then lentils now we're doing too, so really fun little tiny short crop. It's, yeah, it makes it super fun, so. Especially when you only have so many bins too, you gotta kind of figure out what's gonna go where, and okay, yeah, no problem. Say, yep, just as much as you want, I'll be here, so. Yeah, it's always fun trying to figure out what's gonna make money. That's actually mustard these last couple of years. We've been growing quite a bit of that, just like mustard that gets turned into like mustard for like your hot dogs and stuff type of thing. And that's been a pretty good crop for us up here actually. So we have about 600 acres of mustard this year, and I really enjoy mustard because it's tall. It's kind of like canola in the game, about the same looking type of plant, and yeah, nice cutting and pretty light, so it's easy to haul and stuff too. So it's just all around a pretty good crop, but we'll see. That's kind of our stuff this year has been pretty iffy. Some of it hasn't came out of the ground yet because we didn't have enough rain, so hopefully our little rain shower we got here will kind of help everything pop out and get going, but yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of see, so. Yeah, anyways, we're going to get this trailer unhooked and get that baler slapped on the back of this guy. There we go. That's probably a good spot for the trailer there. Oh no. What happened there? Uh-oh. Well, just a second here. We gotta log back into the restream. I hope we're still streaming. So lost chat. There we go, hopefully. Okay, there we go. And we're back. Now I can see chat again. That was weird. I don't know why that just randomly disappeared. I thought the stream was going to work pretty well today. My internet speed test showed it was okay, so there we go. Hooked up to the old baler. We'll have to see if he's going to need fixed up or not. Doesn't seem like we need any repair costs on him. I always like this little setup, the red baler next to the red Massey Ferguson. Always a nice looking setup. Actually, yeah, that's another baler we don't really see much around here, is the Kuhn brand of balers. Yeah, I don't know where they're actually made in. I don't know if that's a European brand or not, or just other states type of thing, but alright, let's see. I'm gonna get the pickup lowered and turn him on, and let's make some straw bales here. And just always cool seeing all the little different animations and stuff going on. Always appreciate how much work Giants put into this game. Say making farming fun, so especially the square balers. Not a fan of round bales. Gotta stop the baler and let it unload. It's kind of a nice thing with the big square balers. You just keep going. It just shoots it out the back. Not a lot of guys have square balers around here, though. It's mostly just round balers. I think it's mostly due to price. I'm pretty sure square balers are a lot more expensive RL than round balers are. Get this guy turned around here. There we go. So this field's always really fun doing farming on, next to the river there. So I really enjoy straight lines farming stuff. There we go. Cruising along. Yeah, I'm technically still working too. Actually, our pivots are going. So hopefully they do okay. Otherwise, if they turn off, I'm gonna have to shut the stream down and go get very muddy. So it's kind of nice. Our road down to our pivots is just dirt. There's no gravel on it, so it is probably a soup hole right now. That's part of it, though. Then when we finally get some rain. Alright, is there one pass around here? Almost back up to the yard. We got like one bale off of this field. Ooh, actually, that's something I need to do too, is I need to buy my soil map for this one with the precision farming. I bought one for the main farm, but then when I bought this little chunk of land, I never did buy a soil map for it too, so actually I should about do that like right now. I'm going to take a quick second here. Let's shut the baler off. And actually I'm probably going to have to borrow some more money too. Hopefully $15,000 does it. Alright, let's go precision farming. And okay. Yeah, we'll see. I think oh, it's not bad. Only $2,000. That's pretty good, actually. There we go. That should be better now. I think the problem was I didn't have all my soil information, so I didn't know how much fertilizer I needed or anything like that. So then when I was putting fertilizer on and seed and everything, it wasn't putting down the right amount, so which wouldn't affect it that much in real life, but you gotta follow the game logic sometimes, so well, especially some of the different crops too. I say I kind of know what I'm doing with wheat and barley and canola and some of those crops, but when it comes to cotton and everything, and yeah, like sugar cane, I've got absolutely no idea on those. That's not any cotton or sugar cane up in Montana here, so even potatoes and stuff too. It's just like, yeah, those are definitely a little different for us, so it makes it pretty fun though. It's actually, I need to, one of these days I'm gonna start a new live stream series, and we'll do some different crops on a different map and everything too, so just kind of change things up. There we go. Yeah, it's the first bale we spit out actually. So it's kind of hard baling when turning the camera like that. It's a lot easier when it's straight lines. It's kind of a nice shot, getting a shot of everything, seeing the side view. Just a nice looking setup there. Doing pretty decent there. All the birds. It's like I was saying, I think they need to add antelope to the game. We got deer in there. Need some speed goats. Fun little creatures. Eating all our lentils again this year. I don't know what it is, but antelope love eating some lentils. Which is odd, because, I don't know, you think wheat and stuff would be just as good too, but yeah, they just, some years they will annihilate our lentils. That's not really any way to keep them out of the fields either is kind of the problem, so. Yeah, it's always, you gotta deal with pests and bugs and animals and weather, kind of a little bit of everything. Yeah, they don't actually have too many of like the problem type things in the game. That's kind of one thing they could implement a little bit better, is like all your kind of crop pests. Add some bugs and just spray them out with chemical, but yeah, they don't really go over that, or well, even like plant disease and everything as well too. It's another pretty big one we have to fight. Yeah, other than that, they do a good job, so I think someone was talking about, like, and we missed a little bit of that. Yeah, adding like tornadoes and stuff like that too, which, yeah, it would make it definitely a lot more realistic, so. There we go. This shouldn't be too bad doing the rest of this now. We got that weird little end of the field all done. Actually, our baler kind of struggles up this little tiny hill here. And actually, there we go. Did okay on that one. Flip around. We'll kind of get some of these little tiny ones all picked up there. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing on that one. I try to keep the combine as straight as I can. That way it makes it easier when I go to bale everything. I try to run the straight lines, but sometimes you just kind of do the best you can. At least we're not stopping all the time like with the round baler, so that's nice. There we go. Oh, I'm missing a little bit there. There we go. So it is nice having the automatic bale picker in the game too, instead of trying to pick everything up with the front loader on the tractor one by one by one. That takes a little bit of time. And it's kind of a pain trying to stack it all up nicely as well too, so. Yeah, I don't know, some people actually enjoy doing that, so it's like, good for you. I don't quite have enough time to be sitting there taking 3 hours to get my bales all stacked up nicely. Much rather just invest in a little bale picker and have them make a nice little pile for me. There we go. Get turned around here. We're just about done with this little kind of wonky sized field here. Couple more passes. And there we go. So yep, I definitely turned the combine a little bit there. There we go. I think we got it. And all right. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I gotta figure out the next thing I'm gonna buy too. It'll probably be a couple of tractors to upgrade the ones we have. Nothing wrong with them. They're getting a little bit higher hours. It's one thing when with the game, it kind of seems like 50 hours is about the time you want to trade your tractors in, or before 50 hours actually. So otherwise the repair costs get pretty high and everything. So always something I'm keeping an eye out on. I guess we got one little teeny tiny pass on the headland here, and we'll be done with this field. And we have a lot of bales, I think. There we go. Not the cleanest job on that guy, but it works. Just hop right in next to the big fields here. At least these ones are pretty nice though. Just running straight, so. Do a little first person there. Always enjoy that. I can get a drink of water and stuff. Maybe not 100% straight. Pretty close though. Definitely skipped a little bit there. There we go. That's better. I've always enjoyed baling in the game. Well, with a square baler anyway, not with a round baler. Especially in first person, you just kind of cruise along and keep the straw row right in the middle of your tractor and zip along. And kind of nice. Listen to some music sometimes, or podcast or something. And just like, yep, just kind of cruise along and make some money eventually whenever you sell it. As long as I don't drop a bale right in front of my other rows. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it's starting to rain again out there. That's nice to see. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we weren't done with it for the day, so that's good. Oh, I love seeing the rain, and it just makes it smell so much nicer outside. Ah, fresh rain smell. Always love that. Alright. Yeah, I didn't do a very good job of keeping all these rows straight. User error. I think I talked about that in my latest YouTube video. There we go. Yeah, I think our next thing will be, I don't know if it's going to be our soybeans we'll cut next, or our oats, because we do have some oats on the other side of the highway there. But yeah, it's our soybeans are all right around the main yard here. It's actually, yeah, it's not something we do a whole lot of in real life either, is the oats. I'm sure you could grow oats here, but not sure if it's just not a very good money crop, or I don't even know where you take them to is the other problem. Kind of one of the things you gotta have figured out is where you can actually sell your product, so yeah, it doesn't do you any good if you grow something and you don't have anywhere to sell it, so. It's actually another pretty cool feature they have. Like I said, I really enjoyed the production chains being added to the base game in 22. It's nice growing wheat and barley and stuff, and instead of just selling it as normal crop, you can take it to the flour mill like we have right across the road there and turn it into flour, and then buy a bakery and turn it into bread and make a bunch of money on that. Not quite as simple in real life, though. That's a little more expensive. Yeah, we're gonna have oodles of bales all over the place. Yeah, especially if I do the oats too. That one would be interesting. Get baled up as well too, just because that field has all kinds of stuff going on with it. So that's the field, got the power poles in it, and then one nice little hill on one side. I don't think round bales would work on that thing, because it's the round bales in the game. They have a tendency to roll away. I think actually, when I first kind of started this map up, I had a round baler, and then half the bales ended up like down in the river, because the whole farm's sort of on a hill. I'm like, yeah, that didn't work out very well. So then we bought a square baler instead. Don't roll away when they're square. If they do, you're farming on way too much of a hill then. Check that guy too. Alright, perfect. One of those little fields. Just about done. Yeah, we have a whole lot of bales. I did not think it was going to be that many. I guess I haven't actually done wheat in a while in the game, so I think in game barley actually yields better than wheat does, but then you end up with more wheat straw than you do barley straw, which is kind of just different. They kind of sort of try to even things out. You can do different crops and make about the same money, but yes, I've been doing barley for a bunch of in-game years in a row. Kind of a barley and oat rotation, so there we go. That tractor pulls that bale pretty hard up the little tiny hills. It's got quite a bit of power to pull this baler. I think it calls for like 200 horsepower or something, so yeah, it takes a little bit of power just to make some bales with this thing. But yeah, I think we got like 240 horsepower in this tractor, so yeah, and all the required horsepower for all the implements is like on flat ground, so if you're doing anything on hills, you definitely want a little bit more power. So there we go. Another nice thing, at least there's not a ton of wind in game, or else all these straw rows would blow all over the place. It's always something we're fighting in real life. If you swath anything down and leave it in a big row, say if the wind catches it, you have a mess and a half. It's actually kind of an issue we had last year. We had a bunch of irrigated mustard, so it was super thick and really tall and wasn't greening up quite enough, so we ended up swathing all of it down so you have like 4-foot tall windrows. That's what we call just kind of the swather rows is windrows. And so yeah, you had these massive, huge, big windrows, and then the wind blew and they just went all over the field. And it's like, yeah, it's not fun. You gotta try to pick up as much as you can with the combine, and the pickup headers for windrowers are only like 9 or 10 feet wide, so it's little teeny tiny, and you're trying to pick up stuff that's all over the place, and it's like, it's a mess. That's just part of the fun, though. Yeah, it's part of farming. You're always fighting something, it seems like, so trying to make things work. That you don't get bored. That's one thing. Always a different problem every day, it seems like, so just always kind of trying to figure out the best way to sort of do things. So we got really 2 passes and then the ends left. We can go get all these bales picked up, and yeah, it's gonna be probably a couple trips, because I think we get 14 bales in our bale picker at one time. And the wind's sure keeping up outside. Ugh. Yeah, it'd be a lot better if the wind kind of stopped blowing. That's one problem. We got all the rain, but if the wind blows for a couple days, then it's all going to dry out extremely quickly. There we go. We got like one bale now. Oh, I guess we got another one down there too. Just wherever it spits them out at, type of thing. And our dog is sitting out in the soybeans again there. Don't know why. I don't know if he just kind of follows you around or what, but I sort of prefer it if he stayed in the yard. Don't need him out in the soybeans. Don't want to run the dog through the combine. That would not be any good. Just got the headlands on this one side. We should have all of our wheat straw baled up then. Yeah, there's gonna be, I don't know if it would be quite 2 loads. It might be. 28 bales. Yeah, we kind of see there. Alright, there we go. That's close enough to done. Don't need to be 100% perfect with that. Get this guy unloaded. So 2 more bales sitting in there. I'll pull him just out of the way over here as well. There we go. And let's see, I think a bale picker is just sitting up in the shed there. I've got lots of stuff kind of just shoved into that shed. Some of that stuff I don't even really need anymore. Could probably sell it. Get some other stuff paid off then. Because I think we're about $70-some thousand in debt. Yep, I really enjoy this bale picker. It makes it nice. You just pull right up next to the bale and it slaps it in there. Keeps it pretty easy. Yeah, not a lot of these around either. I think I talked about that on one of the other streams too, and I think they're very expensive little machines. They're very handy though. Makes it super quick moving bales. Their neighbors actually have one, and yeah, they moved a bunch of bales off for a pivot one year, and it was like, wow, you guys really got those moved way faster than people that use just a front loader on their tractor and go pick up each one individually. Actually, a lot of guys pick up 2 bales at a time, depending on how heavy your tractor is. Yeah, let's see, we're at 9 bales. It might. Yeah, it definitely might end up being close to 2 loads. We'll see if we smack the shed when we go to unload them under there too. Yeah, I should actually see if they have any other square bale stackers. I don't think there is any in the game. There we go, and we're fully loaded up there. Get him shoved in there. We got a nice big trailer now too for our semi, so we should about be able to get all of our bales hauled off in one load this winter. Alright, let's see, unload bales. Yeah, this is always interesting. Just kind of scrape the roof. And we barely kind of fit in there. Yeah, that's pretty close. We need to make sure we don't hit anything when we're going out of here. I think when we pull him out, he just kind of clips through the top of the roof there. That's okay. Video game physics, they're pretty nice sometimes. Definitely have a hole in the roof if we did that in real life. Come on, nope, operating position. There we go. Yeah. So I hope we get 2 full loads off of this. Just means more money. Already off to a pretty decent little start. Drive it into the river here. There we go. Now, as long as I don't forget any, that'll happen sometimes. I'll be out seating afterwards and I'll be like, oh, there's a bale sitting here. I'm like, yeah, probably should have maybe checked a little better, make sure I got all of them. Okay, so not quite 2 full loads. Pretty close though. We got about 24 bales. Yeah, it does okay there. Let's see. Actually, here we might just keep this guy. Yeah, let's see, we'll unload him. I don't know if we end up with 14 bales off of that other field or not. I don't know if it's much bigger than this other one. Be kind of interesting to see. Alright, let's go unload bales, there we go. time is it? See if I gotta go check pivots or not yet. Kind of the fun with odd working hours on the farm here. Yep, there we go. Clip the roof a little bit there. And then we should be able to actually here we'll just take this guy up to the top part of the yard. That way he's ready to go then. Ooh. Yeah, I'll have to check. I'll have to see if I'm going to have my oats first or my soybeans. Almost betting it'll be oats first, probably. I had to guess. Oh, let's see. Didn't quite get turned sharp enough there, and now I'm going to be in a pickle. Try to make this corner without running over my soybeans. And we tapped him a little bit. It'll be okay though. Not a whole lot of loss there. Actually, we haven't done soybeans RL for a while. Another one that we thought was going to be one of those big money crops, but turns out there wasn't many places to sell them around here, so we actually ended up having soybeans sitting in a bin for like 5 years. Finally got rid of them this last year. That was kind of nice, but they went like 400 miles away. And yeah, thankfully we didn't have to haul them all that way. That would have been tons of fun. That would have been a great trip. Yeah, it was kind of nice. So a guy just came to the yard and we loaded them up and away they went. I don't mind when I don't have to haul the stuff. Saves me a little bit of time. Let's see. Actually, what we could do is get some of this stuff mulched down here. Let's see. When would our oats be ready? Oh. We can cut our oats right now, actually. Bring the combine up there and our trailer. Oh, yeah, it's another thing we're going to have to do here this year probably is, so we're going to go this other way. We're going to have to lime everything. Nobody coming. Hop on the highway and go around that way. Actually, might be better take the combine around this way too, because it is a little bit wider with the header. Some of the spots in our yard are a bit tight. Yeah, we'll see. I can maybe make it. I don't know. I'm gonna find a spot to park our tractor here. There we go. That's good enough out of the way. Not on the road, so that's important. Yeah, we'll see if we can fit the combine up through our little field of roads. I don't think it's any wider than that old combine we had, so it should be okay. It does fit on this part of the road. Wild there. Rather not run over the soybeans if I don't have to. Make a little corner here and use our little field cut across. Yeah, it's pretty tight. We'll just take her nice and slow along here. Yeah, we got at least inches of room. Yeah, pretty close on that one edge. And I gotta watch out for this tree is the next thing. Oh yeah, we definitely gave the tree a little love tap there. Get around here without running over the soybeans. Oh, we got a little bit of the soybeans. That's okay. Nice thing about the game, don't worry too much when I run over a little bit of crop. Not quite as fun in real life. Alright, then we got this fun guy. This thing is going to be really interesting if I decide to bail it, which I probably will, because I don't want to just leave money out on the field, so... Oof. Just looking at it already, that's going to be a very interesting bailing experience. It's always even an interesting cutting experience through all this stuff too. Got a lot of trees kind of in the way, especially on the edge of the field here. Could cut it all in first person, that would be a real challenge. Let's see, lift the header up. Let that straw run out. There we go. Kind of a nice sharp 90-degree turn I put there. Actually, I need to chop all these little bushes down too. I've got a mulcher, so I think that'll work. And just turn everything to dirt's the only problem with that thing. Okay. The straighter I keep it, the easier it's going to be bailing. So we're going to try to do our best here. Seems to be working out okay there. Not sure what I'm going to do for nice long straight passes though. One little curve through here probably. I'm missing a little tiny bit on the edges there. It's okay. I got to sit up and really pay attention to this stuff. See, kind of the experienced field here. There's one more tree we gotta go under. We got one round around the field. It's actually one thing with this newer combine, I should be able to get a bigger header for it too, actually. Saved me a little time during harvest there. This is always very interesting, cutting along this little low spot here. Yeah, it's always... I don't think I'm going to be able to bail that stuff. It's going to be just a little bit too weird. I got to figure out how to turn my combine around here too. Hope we get everything through this weird little bottom. And I about need a flex header. Oh yeah, we're already missing some there. I'll kind of follow that bottom. Just slow going little experience. There we go. We should be able to go all the way around again. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting time bailing. pretty good amount of oats off it though. I gotta be kind of careful when I'm going downhill too. That's one thing. It's a little bit faster turning. I'm not ready for the hill here. Put the brakes on. It might be kind of interesting going uphill too. I think this combine should have enough power though. It shouldn't pull it down too much. Oh yeah, it's not pulling it down at all. It's got plenty of power. That means we better get a bigger header for it then one of these days. Actually, I think we can upgrade this combine too if we need to have even more horsepower, so that's always nice if we want to go a little bit bigger. Hit a little hill, I thought maybe it was full there for a second. False alarm. Probably should unload down here sometime. I might be able to get all this stuff cut and then unload. Maybe get all the weird stuff all kind of cleaned up down here. Little fun ends. Yeah, it's always a lot simpler having just big square fields in game and in real life. Sliver left on that side. Maybe 2 passes left on this one. Thinking maybe. We'll find out. Oh yeah. Yep. Just 2. And we just got the other side of the field. Side with all the power poles. Yeah, actually, we got a couple fields kind of like this RL too, so it's one thing. Most of the people around us are pretty flat, but we've got a bunch of coulees on our farm, so a lot of our field edges have little kind of weird ends on them where it runs along the coulee. Alright, go grab the tractor. Get that combine unloaded before we forget about it. Hopefully we're close enough there. We might have been a little too far over, actually. Yeah, it's going in there, no problem. Carefully. Back up around here. Pointed the right direction. There we go. As we wait for him to unload. And get some more water. Alright. See if the rest of this will all fit in the combine or not. around this power pole here first thing. Figure out the best way to tackle this. That's yeah. Let's see how sharp our combine turns here. Not very. Yeah, we're gonna have to do another little pass. Actually, here what we can do is I think what we're just gonna do is we'll cut straight kind of along these power poles here first. And we can kind of bob and weave around them type of deal. Yeah, that should work pretty good. That's going to kind of mess up all our straight lines. Yeah, this thing is going to be a real nightmare bailing all this. Got lines going all different directions throughout here. Yeah. Actually, it's starting to get a little dark out there too, so we might do this one last pass and we'll run back to the house and wait it out. See if I can actually get down at the field, maybe. Yeah, it's already 5 o'clock in game, I think. It's always interesting with like the military time. Not super good at figuring that out. There we go. Now let's see, we'll do a couple more passes actually. It's not a ton of field we actually have left to cut. It's just doing so much turning around and stuff. It takes a little while. So I might actually just kind of do straight lines like this. Except that's going to be kind of hard for the baler. We should definitely go the other way actually. Yeah, we'll do that instead. Make sure we got the header down. That might help. It makes it pretty gorgeous looking though. It's like kind of the end of the day in the game. The sun's setting and all the shadows casted from trees and the machine and stuff. Gosh, it just looks good. And there's no wind. That's nice too. See, I'm gonna get actually tons of time. Cut this stuff. I think they give you 2 months in the game to get everything cut, so we're only, let's see, 2 days into it, so not doing too bad. It's kind of the thing when real life cutting, you're usually trying to get it cut as quickly as you can, just due to case of hailstorms. Because that's one thing that will destroy your crop very quickly, literally in the matter of minutes. So usually it's always kind of a rush just to get everything cut, and except you gotta wait, you gotta make sure it's all ripe and everything. So I realize they don't like it if you bring them in green crop. So actually some elevators won't take it if it's too green. Usually at the beginning of every harvest season, the elevators says, do not bring us anything below this moisture or above this moisture. So it just kind of makes a mess, plugs things up when it's too a little bit too wet. Just got a few more little passes left here. Try not to back into the bush. Yeah, there's not this many trees around where I live in real life. That's playing the game. It's like, man, there's trees everywhere. So we're just kind of very flat and not a whole lot grown except for the stuff we attempt to grow. Except for all the yards. There's all these trees in everyone's yards and some carrageenan plants. And, yeah. No, that's about it, though. Not too many natural trees unless we're down at the river or something like that. A couple little ponds out in the middle of fields. Just they ran off from some of the bigger coulees and stuff over the years. Other than that, everything's pretty flat. Grassy back in the day. I think there's more vehicles that drive by in the game than there is in real life too. That's not a whole lot of people out here. It's kind of nice. You sort of know everyone's vehicles when they drive by. You're like, oh, that's so-and-so. And you see a vehicle you don't know and you're like, well, I don't know who that is. Like, oh, it's a little interesting. You just kind of wonder what they're doing out there. Why would they possibly be out here? What could they be doing? There's not that much out here. Just farmland and more farmland. Oh yeah, there we go. One more little teeny tiny pass and thing's ready to bail. That is gonna be... oof. Kind of interested to see how many bales I'm going to get off of it, though. Because it is. Yeah, it is just so weird shaped, but it is a pretty big field, I think, so. Well, I guess we'll find out here. We can take the combine just down to our soybeans when we get him unloaded. Turning a little too fast, just about smoked the trailer there. Out of control. Actually, the combine stayed pretty clean too. Surprising. Park this guy right over here. That's a good little spot for him. He's ready to go for when the soybeans are all ready. Ooh, actually, we should check. Yeah, 10% damage. Ooh, our header's a little damaged. Should have been paying more attention to that. I think it's after 15% when you start losing a little bit of yield, so we actually probably didn't even get our maximum yield off those oats. On the little teeny tiny narrow road. Trying not to murder our poor little soybeans. Gosh, that's tight. This road's a little bit more open. It's kind of nice. Actually, it's cut across the field here too. It'll be okay. Yeah, I should have probably checked that after I got done with the wheat harvest. Made sure it was all fixed up and ready to go. Alright, here, let's see. I'll park him here. Gonna wash him off and get him all fixed up. That way we don't forget about them. Make sure the combine's all cleaned off. RL purpose of it would be to make sure there's not a bunch of dust that'll catch on fire on the machine, so don't have to worry about that in the game though. That's kind of nice. There we go. Let's see, we'll go grab this guy. Yeah. Wheel. Not what we wanted to do. Alright, so yeah, only 113 bucks to repair them, but you gotta make sure you do it. And we'll hop back over to our tractor and our trailer and get our oats unloaded. Not a whole lot, but just a little smaller field. And probably a little bit of some yield loss. Check on that production again. Alright. Take this guy back down to the yard and then we can hook back up to the baler again. For the little interesting field. Oh, I think I ran over the dog. A good thing the dog doesn't get hurt when you run over him, because he is just always in the way. Okay, I'm gonna pull this guy right here for now. Baler should be still good to go. Actually, we should maybe check his damage as well. There we go. Hooked up to him. Stop by the house on our way back to the field there and wait it out. Start getting too dark. Can't see anything in the game then. Alright, we'll just park him right here for now. Actually, let's see how much. Okay, we're good on fuel and stuff too. Tractor's getting a little bit of damage though. Should be okay. Actually, here, let's see. Oh, a big old Fendt. Fendt 1100. Alright, do 8 o'clock, wake up. I kind of yawning, but I didn't even have that hard of a day, so. Okay, let's tackle this guy. See how all this goes. Yeah, this is gonna be a real baling experience here. Start off with a nice straight line, then we'll get into the weird stuff. Yeah, we had a real awkward field for baling. So this is why I was doing sorghum on this field, because there's no bales with sorghum. We'll see. Just take a little bit of time. Actually, yeah, it might be easier to do it in first person, actually. I don't have to watch all the trees then. not really in the way. Say first person really shows how much of a hill this thing is. Just get a little sideways in the cab. Ooh, yeah, we gotta pull uphill. Ooh, that is... Yeah, the tractor does not like that hill. Pulls her down to 5 miles an hour. Oof, yeah, that thing is struggling. Go, little tractor, you can do it. There we go. Made it on top. Alright. Yeah, there is not many straight lines on this field. It is just kind of curves all over the place. Find out how good of a job I do afterwards. See how many little piles of straw there is left. Right, we'll hop down to this big guy there. Turned into him. Yeah, these parts right here aren't too bad. You kind of get straightened out and then it's pretty good and simple. And you get back into all the bouncy spots. Around and down the hill, and actually what I should about do might almost be simpler if I just ran back up the hill here. Maybe we can do some of these little side hill ones. Flipped around. It is pretty tight turn in there too. That'd be the nicer thing with a bigger header too, is we'd have a little more room to get our baler all flipped around here. Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, there's gonna be lots of straw left. We'll get a couple bales off of them though. Oh yeah, turned around pretty easy on that one. Dive in there and go get that little guy. Ooh. And you can do a little tractor. Pull. It's working pretty good. Actually, I thought it was going to be a lot worse. Well, actually, I guess I'm kind of on the nicer end of the field here too, though. Yeah, I guess that other end is still going to be pretty bad, probably. Yep, let's dodge that power pole. There we go. Yeah, let's just get all this stuff over here. That way he's all cleaned up. We don't have to come back here for this then. We shut the baler off too. He should have enough power to pull up there. Still only pulls it up at 8 miles an hour. Yeah, we're just gonna go do this. Oh wow, that's a... Yeah, that wasn't very straight through there. Almost feels like I'm following a racing line. Trying to get all this stuff bailed up. this next one. So we got a couple little tiny, oof. Yeah, oh, I don't like that. That is a little bit too much hill for him. There we go, now he's all straightened out. And we'll get this a little bit, as long as I don't smack that tree. Oh yeah. And just this little tiny guy. Yeah, this side of the field was... So yeah, it still wasn't actually too bad. Like I said, just take a little more time getting all of it. It's a little rough through that. We'll see if it ends up picking everything up or not. Yeah, let's see what we can get. Oh, I don't know if I'll make that turn or not. That's pretty sharp. At least most of the bales aren't in too bad a spot. That one's kind of right in the middle of our row there. Yeah, I should have about left the front loader on the tractor. Get stuff moved. Just have to kind of bounce those bales out of the way. Just give them a little love tap. Either that or I'm going to run straight over the top of them with the tractor. We'll kind of find out there. Where is the end of this little guy? There he is. So yeah, just kind of all over the place. Let's see if this bale is going to move or not. Yeah, I'll just kind of tap him. There we go. I think he got out of the way. Trying to do an uphill pull here too. One of these. Ooh, that's going to be... And there she goes. Losing power. 5 miles an hour. It's going to drop down to 4. Oh, no, there we go. We gained some. Got up to 6 miles an hour. Almost to the top. There we go. Not too shabby. Very nice. I think we got just one more long one and then a little spots to kind of clean up. I'll actually probably end the stream here pretty quick after I get done baling here. I gotta run out and check the pivots. One little bit of work today, so we'll see how muddy that is. I'll have to get some shots of that so I can throw that up on YouTube at the end of the week. See how muddy everything is, because it is gonna be a little bit sloppy out there. I can tell you that much. Little spoiler. Alright, let's see. Yeah, just these little tiny dabs. Yeah, so anyways, we'll probably wrap it up right about here. Say thanks for everyone that stopped by and watched, and thanks to JugX Head for hanging out and chatting for a while. Like I said, I always enjoy chatting with everyone and seeing how things are going in other places, and well, even learning new stuff. That was, well, UT Southpaw the other day was teaching me all kinds of different stuff with landscaping, so that was pretty interesting too. But yeah, anyways, thanks a bunch for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.